the opening
Yeah, there was some pretty big news in the NFL yesterday. Obviously, it started with the engagement of the new power couple in the world. Those who think and thought it was marketing, they're taking this marketing scam pretty far. They are now engaged. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Wedding date not announced. But what was announced yesterday, by the way, will Taylor Swift sing at the Super Bowl? There are odds that she will be, because she has a new album coming out in October. We learned that on the New Heights podcast recently. New album coming out. It'll sell bazillions and streams and whatnot. It would be logical to maybe want to take the opportunity to do the Super Bowl number 60. It's a nice round number. I don't know. There are odds that Taylor Swift will be the halftime act in the Super Bowl in Santa Clara in February. I don't know. We'll see. She got a wedding to plan now. But the news, obviously, from the day, a big picture. We told you yesterday Kenny Pickett was traded to the Raiders, so the Browns are going Joe Flacco. They've got Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel will be the backup. Did you see Spencer Rattler? Spencer Rattler has won the New Orleans Saints job. Beat out Tyler Shuck. Yeesh. I don't know if that's a good thing, but they're just telling you that's what happened. Yeah. He won the job. That's where it stands. Spencer Rattler, the former Oklahoma and South Carolina signal caller, is the winner of that job. Also, Trey Lance in Chargerland, former Cowboy, former third overall pick. He is going to be the backup to Justin Herbert in L.A., and it's the latest Jim Harbaugh reclamation project right there. Of course, the Chargers, safe to say the L.A. Chargers suffered the most significant injury of training camp with the loss of their left tackle, Rashawn Slater, the Pro Bowler. Fringe All-Pro, he's out. They're going to move Joe Alt to left tackle, but that hurts the Chargers, who are trying to climb the ladder in that very difficult AFC West. But Trey Lance will be the backup there, surprising and raising some eyebrows around the NFL. But as far as roster winners and losers and cutdowns, Longhorns still have 40 players on rosters. We'll run through them, but these are the guys that got let go yesterday. Didn't make the cut. Doesn't mean they can't get picked up. But Sam Ehlinger did not make the Broncos. So Sam Ehlinger's running Indianapolis with the Colts and then signs with the Broncos in the offseason. Did not make it. Doesn't mean he can't land back on their practice squad and get picked back up. We'll keep an eye on what Sam does. Shane Buechele was also released by the Buffalo Bills yesterday. If you've been watching HBO's Hard Knocks, you've seen Shane behind, the quarterbacks there in Buffalo. Josh Allen, obviously, the leader of the pack. Also, of the Longhorn class of this year, right, the 2024, move on to the NFL, Jake Majors, started 57 games at Texas as an offensive center. He did not make it on the Tampa Bay Bucks. Again, doesn't mean he can't make a practice squad, but yesterday did not make the final 53. Everybody else from that class, as far as draft picks, did. So that's a good thing. But the other releases yesterday for the Longhorns, Keelan Robinson, let go by the Eagles. Colin Johnson was let go by the Vegas Raiders after being let go by the Giants earlier in camp. Tariq Black and Little Jordan Humphrey let go yesterday. David Benda did not make the Titans roster. That's another one that from this class, he and Jake Majors from this 2024 group into 2025 did not make the Tennessee Titans. Keandre Coburn, Josh Thompson, and Bill Norton released yesterday. Okay?
No shocks. I mean, maybe Little Jordan. I thought he'd make that Giants
maybe
team,
he's bounced around and just doesn't have that overall elite speed. He's big.
He'll be on the roster.
Yeah, he will. Yeah. I think a lot of these guys. I think Jake Majors. I'll do some digging on the Tampa Bay thing, but he's not 53. You only get right. You only travel or you only go to game day with like 45. So your two deep is 44 deep. I mean, you got 11 and 11, right? I mean, 11 starters, 11 backups, and that's 44 players or specialists. It's making the roster doesn't mean you can't have an opportunity in the future in the National Football League. This is 53. But so Cowboys who did make the 53 include two Cowboys. The Cowboys have two. Jaden Blue, he's going to be in the running back rotation. Cowboys hit, I think, on their draft picks, at least so far. We haven't seen them perform in the regular season, but Jaden Blue and Phil Maffa, the Clemson product, both made it. So a fifth-round pick and a seventh-round pick behind Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders. But DeMarvion Overshown is also still on the roster, but he's hurt. We know that. He's on his way comeback. He's on the PUP list.
So Jaden Blue said he's going back to number 23.
Oh,
so
cool.
Whoever was number 23 got cut.
Oh, good. Yeah, they were waiting. You wait for the cut down day. I want to go back to 23. That's the Michael Jordan number. So Jaden Blue,
good number
I think he'll be. You have your fantasy football drafts coming up. I don't. Maybe late. Grab a guy like Jaden Blue. He could be a guy. The team with the most former Longhorns, I think we know it. It's the Denver Longhorns, the Denver Broncos, with 4 members. Malcolm Roach, P.J. Locke, and Brandon Jones have been there. But Jahdae Barron, of course, the 20th pick of the draft. He's a big part of that secondary now. I guess Caden Stearns is no longer there, and I didn't see his name yesterday anywhere.
No, I think he's had medical issues.
Yeah, he has. I think he's had a medical flag. The New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tennessee Titans have 3 Texas Longhorns. The New Orleans Saints have Kelvin Banks, who they drafted 9th overall this April. Vernon Broughton, they drafted him, and he made that squad with Bo Davis, the defensive line coach there. Vernon Broughton and Jalen Ford. Jalen Ford, a third-year linebacker now for them, making his way in second-year linebacker now in New Orleans. And Philadelphia, the Eagles have Andrew Makuba, member of the 5-1-2 crew. They took this past offseason in the draft in the 4th or 5th round or 3rd round. Cam Williams did make the team. That was 6th-round pick, big Cam Williams. And Moro Ojomo, still on the Philadelphia Eagles 53-man roster at defensive tackle. And the Tennessee Titans with Tavondre Sweat, Gunnar Helm, their draft pick of this year, who could be one of those sleeper late fantasy picks at tight end because Cam Ward really likes him.
I'm excited for Gunnar Helm.
At wide receiver, and then Quandre Diggs. Quandre the Giant is still a Tennessee Titan. Kansas City with 2. These are the guys that might get invited to the Taylor Travis wedding, maybe. Xavier Worthy and Charles Amenahu. Oh. With your Chiefs, Green Bay, two former Longhorns with Matthew Golden and Barron Sorrells, both draft picks of this year. Barron Sorrell, don't put an S on it. Matthew Golden, of course, 1st-round pick. Barron Sorrell in the 4th round. Seattle Seahawks and Arizona Cardinals and L.A. Rams and Pittsburgh Steelers and Carolina Panthers all have 2. Actually, Chicago Bears, too. So Seattle has Byron Murphy and Michael Dixon, the boom-footed punter. Arizona has Hayden Connor and Christian Jones. L.A. Rams, Jordan Whittington and Poona Ford, still on the Rams. Pittsburgh Steelers, Calvin Anderson. Remember him, Westlake?
Yes, sir.
Westlake.
Rice.
Yeah, the Rice Owl, transferred from Texas. Deshaun Elliott, or transferred into Texas from Rice. Deshaun Elliott. Carolina still with Jatavion Sanders and Jonathan Brooks. And, of course, Jonathan Brooks is hurt again. Unfortunately, our fingers are crossed for Jonathan. What a great player he is. But just the injury bug keeps biting him even at Texas. His final year at Texas, he suffered that knee injury. And now, just suffered another one this year, this training camp. Chicago Bears with Roschon Johnson and Devin Duvernay. Actually, Jonathan got hurt last season. The Bears with Rojo and Devin Duvernay. And then 1 each for the Falcons with Bijan Robinson, who's going to be the first pick of a lot of fantasy drafts out there, at least the 2nd pick. He won't get past the 3rd. If he gets past the 3rd pick in the draft, you have a bad league.
You got homers.
Come on. He's the lead dog there. And they have a running game now with Michael Penix. With Kirk Cousins, they might have been a little bit pass happy. With a veteran quarterback, they got a first-year starter at quarterback. They're going to run the ball with Bijan Robinson. Joseph Osai in Cincinnati. Isaiah Bond, of course, picked up during camp from Cleveland. Now that he's through his legal issues, he's part of that 2024 class. Adonai Mitchell, A.D. Mitchell in Indianapolis. Dicker the kicker with the L.A. Chargers. Quinn Ewers makes the roster. He'll be the 3rd quarterback in Miami behind Tua and Zach Wilson. He has an opportunity now. The debate will always be, should he have come back and taken the NIL dollars to stay somewhere else? He wanted to leave his legacy as a Longhorn, and now he's got his chance with the Miami Dolphins as the 3rd quarterback. Quinn Ewers, by the way, we'll get into coming up in our A block when Noah joins us, and we start driving him crazy with the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce stuff. We're going to get into how much college football players are making on the aggregate. Because it's a professional sport now. They're getting paid. Who's making the most? And quarterbacks do pretty well. New England Patriots still have Brendan Schooler. Remember Brendan Schooler? He's still the special teams demon.
Very good special teamer.
Even with a new coaching staff and Mike Vrabel, he made that team. That's pretty cool. Good for him. Andrew Beck, the tight end H-back, is with the Jets. The 49ers, of course, drafted Alfred Collins in the 2nd round. He made that roster. And the Washington Commanders still happy to have Sam Cosmi on their offensive line, but he is injured. Another one of those training camp injuries that you hate to see or that's not ready to go. So Sam Cosmi still with the Washington Commanders. By my count, that's 40 on active rosters, or at least injured or on active rosters in the NFL. That's a pretty good number. But as we'll talk about coming up in our Horns at Half Pass, Jack, with all that production over the last couple of seasons off to the NFL, we're going to shine a spotlight on this recruiting class of 2023, which is the core of the Texas football team this year and moving forward. As we said, there are guys still from 2022 in the 2024 class, but I think it's pretty incredible the number of players who were recruited in the summer of 2023 that make up the heartbeat of this Texas football team. We'll explain that to you coming up